ఓం శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. అందరికీ నమస్కారం. You see, when the seekers on the spiritual path are engaged in conversations and in speaking, their attention is entirely on the other to whom they are addressing or with whom they are speaking. And our remembrance or awareness of the divine is at lowest ebb in such conditions and circumstances. You see, the consciousness is like an arrow. When pointed to the other, it ignores itself and the whole consciousness is concentrated on the other. So, only a sage like Buddha, who has developed that double-edged consciousness, double-pointed consciousness, is capable of retaining the awareness of the self. In his case, the mind is capable of speaking to the other and also at the same time not distracting itself from the infinite and perennial constant awareness within himself. So, such enlightened masters never get distracted by any kind of external movements or conversations or speaking to others. Otherwise, there is ever a possibility that the sincere seekers on the divine path will get disturbed and distracted. That is why certain discipline is maintained by such seekers on the divine path, not to get themselves distracted from that awareness. So, unless the master or guru permits them, they will not be willing to speak or converse with others or even to come into public. They want to maintain their spiritual practices in silence always. So, in this connection, there is a Sufi story. In that, the Guru asks his 4 disciples to observe silence for a few days. So they all go to a mosque and start practicing the silence. So in the evening, when sun is about to set and darkness is about to come, one passerby has addressed these four disciples that it is going to be dark. Just he said that and gone. So the first disciple asked the second disciple, why don't you light the lamp? Then the second disciple asked, why are you speaking? Master said not to speak. Then the third disciple said, why are you talking to each other? Master asked us to keep in absolute silence. So the fourth disciple also said, why are you all disturbed and speaking, disturbing the atmosphere of silence in violation of the instructions of the master. So everybody was disturbed. The meaning of the story is, as long as the other was not present, they were not disturbed. As soon as the other, that is the passerby, has come and passed by, their silence was disturbed. So one should be very conscious and alert in doing every spiritual practice. That awareness is very, very important and should not be sacrificed for any external stimulation. In this regard, there was a beautiful recalling or disposition of Sri Ishwarchand Vidyasagar. He wrote, who was a disciple of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. So he wrote in his memorials like this about the awareness. So once he was invited by the Viceroy of the British Empire who ruled India at that time to give him an honor. So Ishwarchand Vidyasagar was very poor at that time. So he was thinking how to attend the ceremony with the old clothes which he was having. So his friends advised him that as it is a royal function and Viceroy is going to honor him, he should go in good attire and they will contribute that attire or dress to him to go to Viceroy and receive the honor. So he reluctantly agreed because the function is such that he cannot go in ordinary clothes. So one day he was walking in the evening. So he heard the conversation of a servant and his master ahead of him. So he is a very rich man who was walking in front of him. So his servant came running and told his master, "Sir, our house caught fire. So please come immediately." Then that wealthy person responded, "Let it be. I will come after finishing my walking." So the servant, who was trembling, could not say anything to the master. So after he finished his walk, the wealthy person went to his house, which was already burning. So Iswarachand Vidyasagar also accompanied him after observing and hearing his words of reply to the servant. So the house was burning and he was standing there. The master of the house was standing in front of the house. And then somebody addressed him. "Iswar, that wealthy person by name, why you have come very late? We have sent this person to inform the news." And that man, that wealthy person, replied, "You see, the house was burning, no doubt, and it was happening. So why should I stop my regular walk for this purpose and come? So I don't want to break or give any break to my regular walking. So after finishing my walking, I came here. The house is anyway caught fire and is burning. Whether I come early or late doesn't matter for this happening." So Iswarachand Vidyasagar was taken aback by the reply he gave to the others. So even in such perilous conditions, that wealthy man maintained his awareness and did not get disturbed. So why I am getting disturbed? He may be the viceroy. He has invited me to give the honor. So I should maintain my own attire, the usual attire which I wear all the time. Why should I change it to receive that honor? So that's how he felt to maintain the awareness, and he got the reply through that wealthy man. So the remembrance of the divine is the key for awareness. That constant awareness of the self, of the divine, is very, very crucial and essential on the path to the divine. And tests will come, but you have to dwell in the awareness of that self. So, how does the awareness arises and crystallizes in the seeker? It is only through contemplation of the divine, of that merciful divine, of the love of the divine, it crystallizes. Because the constant awareness of the God, who is all merciful, who is all blissful, who is your father, who is your mother, who is everything and the source of your very being, takes care of you all the time, showers his grace all the time. He does everything. So, when this constant awareness grips the consciousness of the seeker, he is awake from the sleep and a deep slumber of millions of lives. That is Surati, that is awareness, and that is awakening to the call, to the source of your being. So, thank you.